Hey, it's Dylan here. I guess this is something just a little bit different. I quite rarely do this, but um, I have decided to do an update on kind of where things are going, and this time I put my webcam on. Yeah, I do apologise, mate. I cut my hair in the shower with a pair of nails. That's kind of where I'm at my life in terms of like, well, who's there to show? Like, what does it matter what I look like? Um, I mean, I've always been like this to an extent, but even this has been even worse given the whole lockdown situation. Even then, I don't really have much in the way of, you know, I don't know what you call them, like good friends. So or I never even really had much in the way of romantic relationships, at least not in the last 10 years. Well, maybe 9 years. But, so, doesn't matter what I look like, not really. She should shave, but whatever. But I thought I'd do this video kind of just because, well, a good friend of mine, well, I wouldn't say like really good, but like a good friend of mine, unfortunately I only knew him through playing games with him, committed suicide about 5 years ago, just this month. I don't know the exact day or time, although I am friends with his death page now, I guess it is, on Facebook. We used to play a game called Tribal Wars together. It was a game that I found myself absorbed into because it helped me in a time of Great Depression where, well, when I was at school, I had no friends. I was alone, and my only outlet was gaming, really. And yeah, this game, despite its very destructive and addictive tendencies, allowed me to, well, complete and compete in life in a way that wasn't otherwise possible. I think the difference between, say, someone like myself and the vast majority of people is like, I was a nerd, but generally, and I find this to be the case with a lot of people that I know. It's like, well, you might have chilled and, watched listen to Linkin Park and Nirvana at school whilst playing video games with your nerdy friends. I didn't have any nerdy friends at school. I was alone. I didn't actually find out about, many of these grunge bands, for example, until I was like 18, 19, 20, and I found it on the internet. I used to play Warcraft 3 and Tribal Wars. I played, and then eventually I played League of Legends, mostly on my own. I didn't really have anyone there, and it was kind of sad. But I thought I'd talk about this subject just because of my friend, and kind of just letting people know that it's like, well, a lot of people go through these sorts of struggles, and it's okay, and you kind of have to just deal with it, really. So yeah, unfortunately I only knew him through the game, and for all intents and purposes he was a charismatic dude. He seems approachable, likable, smart, intelligent. He was funny. He died when he was 19 years old. I mean, I guess people can say, how much more of life he had left to live, but I'm getting to the point where I think about those things as well. And I kind of understand the issues that he's going through. trying to keep it quiet because my people are currently sleeping. It's 2:40 a.m. and I don't want to wake people up. I've got Celeste in the background just in case people wonder what the music is. Played this game recently, it's one of my favourites. As of recent, that and Dyson Sphere program have been keeping me sane. League has been making me insane. But yeah, I guess, you know, for me, I didn't even know that he was going through that sort of thing, and we played games every day. We talked to each other hours a day for years, and it was kind of sad when it happened. And you know, he, you know, tried his best. Was all I can say. As for me, like, yeah, I'm kind of trying my best as well, but it's not something that's coming particularly easily at the moment. I've been now nearly 6 months, 5-6 months without a job. I'm no closer to retirement or to, I don't know what people consider like a productive, successful life, or at least a traditional version, than I was when I was 18. I've kind of gone to an understanding of sorts that, like, I get to that point where I go, okay, I'm nearing 30. You know, I'm probably going to be spending the vast majority of my life alone. I'm probably, you know, not going to get a great job. I mean, right now, it's like, I guess it's never too late to start, but like, for me, I have mental issues, let's put it that way, that won't prevent me from dealing with certain things, and talk a bit about autism, and the effect that it's had on me and various quirks, as partly why it's difficult for me to make relationships in my life, as well as just generally it's difficult for me to make good employment. I'm just not very good at community stuff. I'm surprised that I'm actually managing to live on my own, but there you go. There isn't really a script for this, by the way. I just thought, you know, why not put a video out there? I have been meaning to for quite a few months, and if you hear something in the background, it's literally, I fidget all the time. It's just, yeah, it's one of my quirks. It does come out in the mic sometimes, just because when I'm doing this, like, I don't do stuff as Dylan, as in myself, very often. Even it feels for me weird to say my own name. I've always been, you know, to put it one way, like, I enjoy not being who I am more, which is why I like to just assume aliases on video games and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, that's like a good thing, just in terms of like, well, I don't know, it just makes me get into a better mindset. For me, like, Dylan's not a baby, but like on the internet you can be whoever, and that's kind of why, like, I, even though people who vaguely know me, it's like, I don't know, the tendency of most normal people, you can tell that they haven't like lived the same life as someone like myself. I always call people by their aliases unless they really prefer being called by their real name. I personally been called by my ears because it's like, well, you know, for me it's like called Ica. It's like I don't know. It's a strange thing, but like you know, it's like wow, actually, it's like we're friends basically in a way. Where it's like I understand why people want to make it like you know I don't know. Anyways, I don't know where I'm going with that. I always lose track of points and everything. I was talking about depression and kind of the struggles. I don't even want to talk about my relationships and stuff like that. But like, you know, the point is I'm kind of trying to say that like it's hard and there's a lot of things that you don't see going on in the background, like that most people don't really understand very well. It's like, well, you seem pretty normal on the outside, but trust me, like I put a huge amount of effort into stuff, and like right now, for example, like I've been having trouble, like just like I don't know, just like even talking to my friends. Like I kind of want to almost think I'm just like wipe all my friends off the map and start again. That's how I'm feeling right now. Because like I'm not really close with anyone at the moment. I'm just like living on my own. Oh well, I say most of my friends I wouldn't wipe it off with the lad over lives over there. But like everyone else, like does it matter if I talk to them or not? Not really. So yeah, I've been considering that in my mind, and like that's this whole paranoia that goes through my head, because I just think, well, like for me, I have perhaps like maybe 7 friends, you know, well 7 as in like, I have 2 close friends, and then like you know like 5 or 6 other people who are like, you know, we're friendly. I think the rest are like we get along and we're in the same group, but we'd never talk outside of the context of like that group. And of course I'm not going to say names or anything like that, but like that's the vast majority of people that like I know, like we would never, let's put it this way, we'd never do a queue on League of Legends. We just have common, we have people in common, or we just hang out in a general group. And I just think at the end of the day, I just think that's so pointless for me. It's like, and I hear a lot of these people like, oh, you know, I play League of Legends to chill with my friends. But like, when I think about it, we're not really friends. Like, have we ever chatted, like, not just like, you know, with like 7 other people in the same voice chat, where we just say, yo, I just say, yo, how's it going, man? And that's all we talk. I don't know. It's just things that I think about, and I've definitely thought that, like, especially with a lot of my internet friends, like, I've made a lot of effort to try and change that, and I kind of just failed, to be honest. I spent far too much money going to places, traveling across the UK, just so I could hang out with people and like try and get to know them better. Probably in definitely in the hundreds, if not in the thousands of pounds. Because I'm like, for me, I spent most of my life alone, and like, even though I am comfortable with it, I know it's unhealthy, and unfortunately I've just kind of just failed, and that's just how it be. But yeah, what can I say? I'm getting really knows because I've shown my face on screen. I generally don't like doing that at all. Not because I'm like a really bad looking dude or anything like that. I don't have any insecurities like that, but it's like I don't want to have a memory of myself on the internet, like as Dylan, I guess, or like, you know, I much prefer the pseudonym. It kind of, you know, games my like only escape, and I kind of have associated that with just I don't know, it's like almost a weird thing, really. Anyways, yeah, I can, like, I don't know, I kind of cycle through depressive episodes, which I'm kind of currently in one, and then apathetic episodes I long for apathy, because like I realised my life is shit, and it's actually best when I'm not caring about it too much. I'll just go. There we go. Got actual music in the background. Yeah, but I enjoyed the apathy a lot more than the best episodes. God, they're terrible. Yeah, this was meant to be. I was meant to talk about MG, but I've just kind of gone on a rant. You have to realise my brain works in like terrible ways, and I don't know, I'm just blinking shit on the screen, and like I'm firing in 5 different directions, sometimes 0 directions, and that's just how they yeah. It was fucking sad, especially because I felt that way when I heard it happened. I was like, well, for me, I'm gonna be honest, at that time, and I mean, I haven't really changed hugely enough. I was like, well, maybe I can just at least outlive my grandparents. What can I say? It was shit. I just see. And now, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't really create any meaningful relationships. I don't. I fucking tweet to no one. I make videos for no one. I play games for myself, mostly. Like, yeah, I play with other people, but they're just like, they're kind of there, and if I wasn't there, it wouldn't matter. I don't know if people get a feeling when they're at a bar, and basically, you know, maybe there's like 8 or 9 people, and, you know, you're just chilling there. That's why I don't like group settings that much. But I went to them, especially like clubs. I hate clubs, but I went to them anyways because I was like, well, maybe this will like give myself false hope. But anyways, I was talking about group settings and why they're shit. I was like, it doesn't matter if I'm not there. I've sat in, like I've gone to the pub, let's say, with people, especially my friends, and I've not spoken an entire word the entire evening, and then gone home. All I've said is, you know, yo, and then said bye. That's it. And I mean, this happened pretty regularly, honestly. I'd say like I could easily do it. Like people don't notice, they don't care. It's like kind of like for me, like I'm hyper noticing of everything that goes on around me. Like surely, I think of it. Every word, like the reason that I stutter is because it's going through my brain and I have to first analyze it and then go, okay, well, does this make sense? And is this okay to say? Is this, is this funny? I don't know. It's one of those. I'll just like chat shit at this point. Yeah. Where was that? Like, I mean, I can talk about other things that happened in my life. I mean, it's just like shit hard on shit on shit on shit. I don't want to get into specific details, but like, yeah. Like for me, like, I can't be dealing with this shit anymore. And I just plod on at it every day anyways. So, there you go. At least the soundtrack's good. That's the only thing that's going for it. Everything else is just dead inside. Fucking anxious and depressed. What am I to do? Like, even my family's given up on me. Like, so I was 6 months not working, but that's pretty typical, isn't it? So, my parents don't even ask me if I've got a girlfriend, they just know. So, yeah. It's one of them things, like, yeah, I'm just choking up, to be honest. I'm glad I don't do streams with Cam on, because fuck me, it would be difficult. Anyways, this isn't a great message. I should be telling people don't commit suicide, but like, I think most people tell you that, and it's like at the end of the day, I don't want to encourage people into that decision, but I just say like, I think it's not very constructive. It's the coward's way out or whatever. Just, all you can do is try your best, and that's what I'm doing. I have a shit life. I don't tend to avoid it. Nothing's gone right for 10 years. That's what I always said to myself. I fight a boss battle every day against myself, and I lose, HP every day. All I can do is my best, and just so like, I don't. It's not the. I think for a lot of these people who are going for these struggles, it's like, well, think of your mother, think of your family, but like at the end of the day, like, there's a point where you gotta be selfish. I mean, and I'm not saying suicide is that selfishness at all, but you can't just be living for, your mother or your father. You've got, you've got to find a reason to do it for yourself, or for another person that isn't just like, that you, I don't know, like you got to find a reason. Like, do you enjoy your life? Like, for me, like, it's just video games. That's all there is in it, and that's my selfishness that allowed me to keep on going. Like, what else do I have? So, yeah, I don't know where I was going with this. I was hoping to commemorate a good man that I enjoyed spending time with, and it's a shame that it's no longer there. And but I don't want to. I think it's a serious issue. It's one that I've thought about a lot, and yeah, that's kind of where my life is at now. Like, realistically, like, lockdown hasn't been too bad to me. Like, I'm living the same life pre-lockdown as post-lockdown. Except I'm going to the pub less and drinking at home more. But even at the pub, I was often drinking alone. So there you go. I just thought I'd leave it at that. Hopefully I can get a job within the next month or two, because fuck knows if I don't, what's gonna happen. I have the money, but like, do I have the mental? Don't know, to be honest. Do not know at all. Like, there's a point where you just go, well, like, fuck. Like, all my relationships, personal, have fallen apart. But I've tried. I really have tried. And like, a lot of the people that I know are just useless. It's not my fault. I just can't do anything. And we were, on the other end, it's like, even before the pandemic, I failed. And then, my child was like, I haven't tried hard enough. But at the same time, it's really difficult for me mentally to make a change, because I'm barely functioning as it is. Like, I generally take this long to find jobs. And yeah, relationships, like, romantic relationships, forget it. I haven't had any for like 10 years. It's not like people I was like, I remember my sister was like anxious about being single for like 3 months. It's like, try 10 years, try, before that, I was like, yeah, try another 10 years. It's like, what can you do? That's just difficult. There's a lot of people out there that I know just like, that they're like me, and I feel like, you don't see or hear about them much, but as you can see, just like, do this right there. And I'm worried where the next, 5-10 years will bring. I honestly am. So, yeah, I guess I should kind of stop now, because I'm
I've said nothing of any consequence. I'm worried. But there's like not really much left in terms of like where I can go. Yeah, this isn't a good one too. I've actually had a calling or two. This one isn't a good one to do. But like, it's like when I'm playing League of Legends. Like, the team's shit. Yes, honestly shit. Like, the people I play with, they're not even my friends. Like, I've got to be honest. Okay, you know, like, we get along, but there's a difference between, like, I get along with people I work with, but like, you know, we just kind of happen to occupy the same space. I'm that desperate. It's like kind of grim. The game's so shit and gives me so much. I hate it dearly. I really do. Another thing, I just need to quit. But like, if I quit, then I'm gonna be sitting in all day. I'll not talk to anyone. For, you know, I could not be talking to people to anyone other than my housemate for 6 months if I do that. Yeah, so I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to stop recording this because I thought I'd put something out there because it's like, one, I need to do an update on my general mental well-being because I do that once in a while, and two, it just seemed like a good time to do it just because of a post I read reminding me that, you know, about a friend, just to say that I'm kind of going through those issues as well. I'm not a religious person. I've never been one. I've been wronged by men of God many a time, and I greatly dislike God. And if he or she or whatever is real, then I resent and despise them. I made no secret about that. Just because, like, why? Like, I don't know. You know, why have parasites that only drill into the ears and eat out people's brains? Like, what's the point of that? And what's the point of me living my life as it is? Like, surely there's something in your plan, man. Or is your plan just like, are you just like some callous troll? Because that's, you know, if you're real, that's what I think. It's like, you want people to pray to you. Like, why? Like, if you're all powerful, knowing, like, I don't want people to pray for me, pray to me. I don't want people to pray for me either, but like, pray to me. That's like, why would I desire the you know, why would I desire the subservience of other people? Anyways, I'm going on a philosophical angle. Ultimately, what I was saying is, like, hopefully, you know, in those moments, in the violent moments, he thought that was a good solution. And, you know, I think you can, even if you have committed suicide, you can
get that freedom of a bird taken off. It's like when I quit my job. For like a second, I felt the pressure go off, like the boot that's been on my back for the entire life. It's like it went up a little bit. So yeah, anyone who hears this, like, obviously, if you feel like you need help, then you always free to talk to me. But I mean, I always offer this to people, like, you know, you can come in. I'll do anything for you. But that's up to them. And fortunately or unfortunately, like, I'm just not trusted by others, so people don't come to me, and I try not to bother for people with my problems. But yeah, that's it. We'll leave it at that. We'll just was it the 3rd of April? There's an update. It's like 40 minutes or something. Ridiculous, but you know, you get to see my face. Actually, as I said, I actually cut my hair. With a pair of nail scissors, so I mean, you know, maybe I'll do this more regularly, because like fuck it, who cares? Like, like at 18 I cared about how I looked. I've tried, and then with that it got me nowhere. All it got me to do was drop into the abyss. So yeah, there you go. And right now I'm just residing in the same place as I always do, that fucking abyss. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. Bye.